Yo, how's it going? Shit. So, Brandon here and shit. I just wanted to come down and shit and just talk about some of the experiences and shit that I've had on DXM, which is dextromorphine, which is just it's mainly contained in robitussin and stuff. And I don't know, I used to be really addicted to it. So I don't even know where to start, but I'll try and pinpoint some of the experiences I've had that stood out from most. Well, fuck, let me clear everything up. So I think the reason that I started taking it was because that my friend gave me some, a whole bottle, and he got himself a bottle as well. And then he just told me to drink the whole thing because he said that you can get high off it. So I just I just went with it because I was just doing anything to get geeked, to be honest. Yeah, so when I had it, me and my friend was in his room because we lived together. And once we consumed it, we basically just sat there, waited till the effects started, and then when it really started, I just had this weird it's just a weird experience. It's just you probably get this from a lot of people if you know anything about DXM, but it's just it's not a good or a bad high. It's just medium, I guess. It's just you don't really get a good experience, but not a bad one either. So it's a very strange feeling to be on it. But basically, when I had it, I had the whole bottle and I mixed it with Sprite. Because me and my friend just told me to put it in Sprite for some reason. He said that it would just be easier to consume and shit. So I just listened to him. So once we had it, I just had some weird experiences and stuff. Started seeing shit not seeing shit as spirits or ghosts or anything. It's just it's just my vision and stuff is just blurry, and I couldn't really pinpoint what it was that I really felt on it, but it's just I remember the next day, after it, I still felt a bit buzzed by it, but there was a quarter left in my bottle because I didn't drink the whole thing. And prior to that night when I drank majority of it, my stomach was just it was just making the most loudest sounds, and my stomach was in pain, and I don't know, it was very different, the experience. And then when I had to go to the toilet, my nose started bleeding, and I don't know if it's some sort of allergic reaction, or maybe the stuff in it, or something just kind of triggered my brain or something to do that. back then and shit, like with drugs and shit, I never really handled it well. Like majority of the drugs that I've taken, I've thrown up, and I think it's like a trauma response. I'm not really gonna get into that right now, but yeah, I think that's the solution from why I always throw up and stuff from that kind of stuff. But getting back to the story, so the my friend's mom that I was living with at the time, she said she was going shopping and she wanted me to take my brother to the park. My brother's about 9, so yeah, I was like, alright, fuck it, let's do it. So before I left, I consumed the rest of it, the robitussin, and then I don't know how to explain it, but it was just like everything was just way more colorful. My body was like nauseous, but it felt good for some reason. I don't know how to explain it. And the chemicals that are included in the robitussin, for some reason for me, when that shit, like I consume that shit, it deactivates like the nerves in like my body, so like my whole body will feel numb, so it's just like I was kind of just spectating everything, you know what I mean? And it's just it's a dissociative drug as well, so I have to keep that in mind as well. But most of the time that I was like throughout the day when I was with my brother, like with my little brother, like I never really like hung out with him because of the age gap, because I'm like nearly 18, and I was just way too more busy into my life than focusing into, I guess, his. But like when I was on it, it's just I just really wanted to like hang out with my brother and stuff, and just be really like talkative as well. I don't know how I just made a dissociative drug into like a social drug. I don't know how to explain it, but like I don't know. I remember I was just collecting little rocks with him, playing in the park, and just all types of shit. And when I got home, that's when it started. That's when the addiction, I guess, was in its like first stages. Yeah, after that experience, I guess I saw it as like fun at the time, and then once I started getting more into it, I know I was just always like trying to find a way to get it. Shit. Like cause when I was at school at the time, every time like after school or on the weekends, I'd always go to the chemist to try and, find myself some that's on the shelves, and and then like even in like rotations and like sessions and shit as well, like I'd always like bring like a fucking like a bottle or some shit, like I'll smoke up and then do like the exam at the same time. So it was kind of like I needed it to function, I guess. But I think when the addiction started to like arise was when I did it for 2 weeks straight. The reason I did it for 2 weeks straight is because that I saw a shift in my personality, the way I was dressing, the way the different music I was listening to, the different, I don't know, the feedback from people and all that. Just like, I just saw how it really changed me. Like, bro, like, I went from fucking snake bites, dreads, and like, to fucking an Edgar, fucking listening to fucking just some basic shit, bro. Like, and the thing was, it's like I saw my, like, it's like I saw two of myself. It's like I saw, like, not physically, it's like more mentally. It's like I saw the new person that I was becoming, but there was still like a voice inside of me saying that like I missed like the old me, but I wasn't really too sure about like the I guess the DXM me. Like, I didn't know if it was putting me on the right path, because the way that people were treating me as well, and everything was just way different. Like, people actually started to talk to me because I was talking more because of the DXM, and I don't know, it's just like everyone's relationship with me just shifted like drastically after me being addicted to it. Like, I don't know, everyone was just nice to me, everyone was talking to me, so I kind of saw that as an opportunity to, I guess kind of be more liked to, like, by people. But like, I guess in life that's not how like you should be like seeing, you know, life as, because, you know, you only get one life and you should be, you know, fucking experiencing that shit the way you like that, not the way that I guess society puts it. Because I was really doing this shit just to impress people because of the DXM. It's kind of like I didn't really like how I was, I guess, looked upon by people from when I was, you know, before DXM and stuff. It's like I didn't know how to, I guess, live with myself and, I guess, cope with myself. So I kind of saw it as a, I guess, an outlet and a way of coping with myself. And I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like I saw myself being a different person, but I kind of like wasn't there at the same time. It's like the old me. Well, I don't know how to explain it. It's like not really the old me, because that person's like came back after me being off it. But yeah, after all that, it's just like fuck. I don't know, man. It's just like, it was just a really dark and different stage in my life. It's like, it's sometimes I wish it didn't happen, but sometimes I wish, like, kind of accept that it did happen. It's like, it's not like that, you know, I wish that it didn't happen. It's kind of like a good thing at the same time, because like, it's just an experience, you know. Like, life's about experiencing shit, even if you don't like it. But shit, it's just yeah, I really used it to not be myself. And I remember just being in that friend's room, and he would always tell me, and I remember myself going in there, but I felt like I wasn't in control type shit. But he would always tell me like how I was always talking about DXM and how it's like so good and how it's so life changing, and if I'm like always on it type shit, that I could really like make bread, get bitches and all that type of shit. And he told me that like he didn't really like that shit, and that's kind of like because when I would go in his room, he wouldn't really say anything. It's just me like yapping about that shit. And I can see the reason why he didn't like comment, because it is pretty fucking stupid to try and use a substance to try and, I don't know, I guess overcome life in some kind of way, because me growing up and shit, it's just I was always scared of like trying and shit. So like for like personal reasons and shit. But that shit like developed down the road into my teenage life, and there's so much stuff that's happened in my teenage life that I don't think that the normal teenager will be going through, and that shit really like fucked me up for the long run and shit, cause like it's so scary to try new things and do shit that's out of your comfort zone, cause I was always growing up being feared about that shit because of past experiences and shit. So like I was always running away from experiencing new things and finding comfort in any way I could. So I kind of saw DXM as an outlet to try and, I guess, speed up life, or try and do shit that really doesn't really take trying, you know what I mean? It's just like DXM was such a confidence booster as well. Like I remember just going to fucking random ass people, just having convos and shit. Even if I didn't know them, I'll even talk to this random guy that has some fly ass jeans, and I'll just ask him where he got that shit, and then we'll just have a whole ass convo waiting for the bus, And that shit was just that shit is not me, Like I know I could do that, but it wasn't my character, And it literally wasn't me. It was literally the DXM talking. None of that was me at all. And I remember with that friend as well. I can picture it right now. I kind of when I was on it, I was so confident that I literally felt like I was trying to little bro him and shit, even though it was like a year older than me and shit. I don't know why the fuck I was doing that shit. That shit was some petty shit, and I'm wondering if he saw it the way I was seeing it, but I was really trying to, I guess, be better than him in some kind of way as well, because of how everything was going and shit. So I apologize and shit for that. It's that shit shouldn't have happened, but at the same time, I don't want to try and not take accountability for it. I should be, because I'm the one who did that shit. But at the same time, it's just it wasn't me talking, it literally wasn't. But anyways, shit, I think we can just wrap this video up for right now and shit. Fuck. Shit, I might make a part. Well, I will make a part 2, because there's so much there's so much more to be talking about from, I guess, this experience that I've had and shit. And I really think it's just an interesting side of what DXM really did to someone like me and shit that abused it. And I don't really see that much videos or people, or like there's subreddits and shit about that kind of stuff. Them talking about the experiences, but you don't really see like in-depth videos about like experiences like that, and I have like many of them. So yeah, I'm gonna just like wrap it up and shit. But yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Later.